Although each cat has their own character and, thus, their likes and dislikes are individual, there are still things that most of our velvet paws can't stand at all. In this video, we show you which things cats can't stand or even hate. 1. Hardly any new toys. Have you used the same toy from the beginning and it's been years since your cat had any playing variety? Then it's no surprise if your cat finally stops wanting to play with them and just gets bored. Our cats are very intelligent and active animals that need regular physical and mental exercise to live a happy life. If you have few or the same toys, your cat will be unhappy in the long run, because they hate boredom. So, offer your cat a new toy every now and then to make their day as varied as possible. Whether it's toy fishing poles, stuffed animals with valerian and catnip, or balls. Whatever your kitty likes to play with is allowed. 2. Playing without enthusiasm. If you consider playing with your cat a chore that you're not too eager to do, your cat will quickly notice. Our velvet paws are very sensitive creatures, and they can sense when you only half-heartedly engage with them. Then the cat quickly loses interest and prefers to walk away. Thus, devote yourself completely to your cat and don't get distracted by your smartphone or TV show. Even if you're too impatient, don't get angry if your cat doesn't chase the toy right away, because cats hate it when their humans don't devote time to them and pressure them. 3. Frustration during playtime. You throw the toy mouse at your cat and wonder why they don't react. This is a perfectly understandable response on the part of your cat, as the main purpose of the game is to simulate the chase. A mouse that you simply throw at them is too easy a prey for them, so they cannot satisfy their hunting instinct and will quickly become insufficiently challenged. That's why it's important to always move the toy away from your cat, so they can follow their natural hunting instincts. It's equally frustrating for your cat if they never have a chance to catch up with the prey. If you keep pulling the fishing pole away from your cat's nose, they will eventually get cranky and lose interest in playing with you. 4. Little chance of climbing. Climbing is one of the natural needs of every domestic cat. Cats love to explore every corner of your home. If they can't do it because your house doesn't offer them enough opportunities to climb, they will end up getting frustrated and will look for other options, which you certainly won't like. Nothing annoys cats more than sitting on the floor all the time, bored to death. Well, it turns out that they climb up the wall of the closet with the fragile decoration to live out their love of climbing. That's why you should offer your cat as many opportunities to climb as possible. For example, you can use boards on the wall to create a unique climbing paradise for your cat, where they can explore your home on various levels. Your cat will also love the variety of scratching posts with platforms at different heights. 5. No retreat. At some point during the day, even the most active cat needs a place to retreat to in peace and quiet and to be alone. If you don't have such a place in your home, your cat will quickly become uncomfortable. A quiet place where your cat is unobserved and can groom or sleep in peace is essential to their need for security. This is because cats need to always be on guard against enemies in the wild and thus need safe hiding places. But even when hunting, they need a place where they are invisible to their prey. Even if there are no enemies or prey lurking in your house, it's important to offer your cat a place to hide, because our cats hate being out in the open with nowhere to hide. 6. Being carried. As much as you love your cat and carry them around the house, most cats hate being picked up and carried around like babies. While there are some who like to be picked up and petted, it's important to make sure you're doing it correctly. The baby position, where the cat lies on its back, is something that very few cats like. They hate this position because they are completely defenseless and unprotected against possible enemies. They can't escape in this position. Thus, you should only carry your cat so that all four paws have contact with your body and they have a chance to escape if they want to. 7. Intense smells. The noses of our velvet paws are extremely sensitive, as they can smell about 3 times better than humans. That's why cats that catch strong-smelling essential oils or the smell of scented candles in their noses are quick to flee. But even certain houseplants often give off smells that your cat can't stand. For your cat's sake, you should also avoid smoking in your home altogether, because cats hate the unpleasant smell of cigarette smoke. Not only does it smell disgusting, but it's also harmful to your cat's health if they breathe it in. Therefore, avoid intense odors in your home so as not to bother your cat with them. 8. Being constantly woken up. Honestly, how would you like to be constantly disturbed in your sleep? Just like you want to be left alone, your cat wants to sleep peacefully without being woken up all the time. Cats also know exactly how much sleep they need to get the necessary energy for their daily routine. So let your cats sleep in peace, even if they're lying so lovingly and you'd like to pet them all the time. 9. Problems with the litter box. Cats are very hygienic animals and strive to keep their litter box clean at all times. Some cats refuse to go to the litter box if it hasn't been cleaned for a while. Cats hate having to relieve themselves in a dirty place. That's why it's important to clean the litter box regularly. But the right place for the litter box is also important. There should never be a litter box near the feeding area. After all, you wouldn't want to eat next to the toilet. Be sure to place the litter box as far away from your cat's food bowl as possible. 10. Closed doors. If your cat has always been allowed to go everywhere and use the whole house, they won't understand if you suddenly close certain doors and deny them access to some rooms. After all, cats are very curious creatures who always want to know what's going on behind closed doors. Especially if your cat hears you talking in a closed room, they'll hate it if you don't let them in. This will lead them to scratch at the door in the hope that you will open it. To avoid this, you must be consistent. Either your cat is always allowed in every room, or a certain room is usually out of bounds to them from the start. Anything else will only lead to confusion and dissatisfaction. 11. Unsatisfactory scratching post. Cats like to be able to see everything around them, so they prefer to sit in a high place from where they can see the whole room and the people in it. This gives them a sense of security and also satisfies our cat's natural curiosity. So, make sure that the scratching post is in a place in the house where your cat has an ideal view of what's going on. It's also important that the cat tree is not too thin or too unstable, because there is nothing more frustrating for a cat than not being able to climb and scratch extensively for fear that the tree is about to fall down. Besides to play, there are many other things that your cats need. To find out which 13 things your cat wishes you knew, click on the image to the left. Or are you interested in finding out how cats show that they're grateful? Then click on the image to the right to watch our video on this topic.